In a quiet, forgotten village, there lived a little boy named Daniel. He had no father, he had no mother, he had no home, and sometimes he had no food. Every morning before sunrise, while the village still slept, Daniel would quietly walk barefoot to the old church at the center of the village, not to pray first, but to sweep. He swept the dusty floors, he arranged broken chairs, he cleaned the altar. He removed fallen leaves from the compound, not because he was paid, but because sometimes, after service, kind women gave him leftover bread, sometimes rice, sometimes nothing. But Daniel never complained, because in his heart he believed one thing: if I stay close to God, one day God will remember me. He had no idea that one Sunday, heaven would answer him through one unexpected visitor. The tragedy that changed everything. Daniel was only 7 when sickness entered their house. His father became weak first, then his mother. The village had little medicine. People whispered fearfully. Some said it was a curse. Others said it was spiritual attack. But within weeks, Daniel buried both parents. He stood beside 2 graves, too young to understand death, too small to fight life. Relatives came for the burial, but after the tears dried, everyone disappeared. No one wanted the responsibility of another hungry mouth. Some said, "We are suffering too." Others said, "He will survive somehow." And just like that, Daniel became invisible. The church became his refuge. At first he slept outside neighbors' houses, sometimes under market stalls, sometimes near unfinished buildings. Until one rainy night, he ran into the old church for shelter. The pastor found him sleeping near the wooden pews. Instead of chasing him away, he said softly, "You can stay tonight." That night became many nights. Daniel began helping around the church. He cleaned without being asked. He swept before dawn. He protected the church compound like it was his own home, because to him, it was. Silent tears before God. At night, after everyone left, Daniel would sit alone in the empty church. No lights, no music, just silence. And there, he talked to God. Not big prayers, not powerful prayers, just honest ones. God, why did my parents leave? God, do you know where I sleep? God, I don't need riches. I just want someone to love me. Sometimes he cried himself to sleep beside the altar. Sometimes hunger kept him awake. But every morning, he still swept, still believed, still waited. Because faith was the only thing nobody could take from him. The village that looked away. Some villagers pitied him. Some helped once and forgot him. Others mocked him. They said, "That boy's future is already finished. He will grow up a beggar. He belongs to poverty." Children laughed at his torn clothes. Adults passed him like he was air. But Daniel never answered them, because pain had taught him silence. Only the old pastor truly noticed his suffering. But the pastor himself was poor. He prayed for Daniel often, and deep inside, he believed God had not forgotten that child. He just didn't know how. The Sunday that heaven moved. Then came that Sunday. The church was unusually full. Word had spread that a successful businessman named Mr. Samuel had returned from the city to visit his childhood village. People were excited. Cars arrived. Whispers filled the church. Everyone wanted to greet the important visitor. But while service was going on, Samuel noticed something strange. Outside the church entrance, a small barefoot boy was sweeping quietly. While others worshipped, he worked. While others sat proudly, he served silently. Samuel kept watching him. Something about the boy troubled his heart. After service ended, he turned to the pastor and asked one question. "Whose child is that boy?" And in that moment, Daniel's life was about to change forever. Ending this, part 1. The pastor took a deep breath and began to tell Samuel the story of the orphan nobody wanted. As Samuel listened, his eyes filled with tears, because Daniel's pain looked strangely familiar. very familiar, almost like looking into his own past. And what Samuel would decide next would shock the entire village.